When the doctor takes my pictures, the doctor was shocked. They showed where the cancer contamination was. When I looked at that, I said, I'm going to die. By the end of November, I should die. I was always positive and said, God has the last word. If that doesn't help, let it be God's will. At 17 years of age, I left the city of Mante, Tamaulipas, Mexico, and arrived in Corpus Christi, a city in the state of Texas, United States. I worked as a painter, and 1 year I worked in a meat distribution company. I started working in construction. I started playing baseball, and in those baseball games, I met my wife, Esmeralda. My wife was an Adventista from birth. She taught me what love really was, but she also took me to the perfect place to know God. I was very much into the sport of baseball, but out there with friends, I would hang out and have a few drinks. And one afternoon when I arrived, he called me on the phone and told me, Daddy, everything you do is very good, but when you go to play, don't drink anymore. That struck me, and I said, I have to do something different, seek more of God. An evangelistic campaign came to the church I was attending, and they preached about Daniel's prophecies. I was impressed with that and decided to get baptized, thinking that by giving myself to God, everything would be different. But I did not realize that the first step in the Christian life is baptism. The struggles began. I started to work, but I had details about the Sabbath. I decided to quit that job because they didn't want to give me the Sabbath anymore. If I can be faithful in anything, it is in respecting the Lord's holy day. My wife encouraged me, and we decided to register a company. That Wednesday, I came to church with my wife, I remember, and we knelt down and prayed that God would be our partner, because the company only existed on paper and there were no funds, no equipment, no money. There was only the value of a piece of paper that cost $20. From there, the company started its first job. Everything was going perfect. The company was going up at an unbelievable speed. In 2-3 years, the company was at an excellent level, moving strong amounts at a competitive level in the city of Houston, which is a big city that we can compete with millionaire companies. And there we were involved at that level. But all of a sudden there was a darkness that comes into our life. We had to have a surgery. In that surgery, they gave us the news that there was a cancer in the thyroid, category 4. At that moment I was shocked. It was a deadly disease. What am I going to do? From this moment, I had a doctor's appointment and they gave me the news that I had 2 months to live. We made a will, well-stimulated, properties, assets, and we explained it very well, crying and asking God to do His will. To do His will. If He says in 2 months, it is because He wants it to be so. I go to another appointment and He tells me, you know what? You are going to have radiation. They wouldn't do it because my blood level had to be at a certain level and I didn't qualify. They told me about a doctor in Mexico, San Luis Potosi. The only thing we have to do, Juan, is a quick radiation. But now, if that doesn't help, let it be God's will. I had radiation. When the doctor takes pictures of me, they showed where the cancer contamination was. When I saw that, I said, I'll die. I had another checkup, another x-ray. And the surprise was incredible. Cancer had disappeared. And one more miracle, more in my personal life, and I realized that I was a great builder. In my company, With a lot of respect in the city of Houston, I built highways, parking lots. I installed pipes of different kinds. But I was neglecting something very particular. I started to get the stress of accumulating assets. And I neglected that I didn't realize that money is not everything in life. I realized and I had to stop. I realized that what I had to build was a home, a family for the kingdom of heaven.